Hi everybody, hi every spirit, welcome very much to my YouTube channel. EsotericCloudSurfer here, ready to start a 360 reading for the next moon quarter that we are starting today on this beautiful Sunday with the Sun in Leo and the Moon in Pisces. Thank you very much for being here, your support is greatly appreciated. I wish you the best thoughts, ideas, feelings and emotions, a whole bunch of individuality, creativity and responsibility as well. Remember that you can ask this specific type of reading that I created myself, the 360 aka 12 houses reading aka 13 houses reading. The image on the screen tells you the information, the pricing and how you can contact me. Okay, and let's get started. Let's introduce you a little bit. Before we get started, check the links in the description down below of this video so you can check more content of mine and of my beautiful partner Miss Daria or Daria. Alright, and a huge shout out to my soul group and to everybody and every spirit out there changing the world right now by showing themselves and others that the best way to be is to be your goddamn self. And the little statues that you see on the screen were made by my partner, so check her IG, check her links in the description down below so you can see more of that type of content or different type of content that she has, and it's very awesome. You can ask her for a statue of whatever you like as well. Alright, and that's it. So this moon quarter, which what quote-unquote normal people call the week, I don't like to call it the week because we not weak, okay, during the week, only if you choose to give your power away. So what that grouping of 7 days, what it really means is a moon quarter, okay? The moon has 4 quarters, the moon has 4 phases, right? New moon, crescent moon, full moon, decrescent moon. And it takes a week, what we call a week, it takes 7 days, okay? 7 separation as well. We separate from one space to go into another space, the Septuagint and things like that, alright? So it's 7 days to fulfill a part of the moon so we can go from one phase to another phase. Basically, we go from one world to another world, alright? And then the changes in perspectives get bigger between new moons and full moons. Alright, so for this moon quarter, from today, Sunday, with the Sun in Leo and the Moon in Pisces, I believe it's the 14th of August, until the next Saturday. Sorry, y'all. Okay, so from today until the next Saturday, the moon will be in one phase, changing, growing, or in this case, emptying. It's waning, right? Until the new moon in Virgo. So let's see how our spirits and how the spirit of the body that we live in is doing and how are we being influenced by it so we can use this quarter in the best way for us. So this quarter is about waning, separating, letting go, okay? Because the full moon is, okay, no, it's still right now, it's still kind of, we still enjoying the full moon gifts and the full moon's fruits. Okay, we are eating them, we are celebrating, but as the moon moves into Aries and then Taurus, we're going to start to let go, feel a bit more empty, feel a bit more cold, feel a bit more unsafe, feel a bit more insecure because the moon is waning, it's emptying, and we are clearing the space, we are clearing the fridge that we got full in the full moon so we can start to put more things in the fridge with the new moon. You understand? So this is a week about relaxing, letting go, reflecting what was this whole moon cycle, what it was this whole Leo season, because it's almost ending. It's only 8 days left. We are now at the last decade of Leo season, which is Aries. We're being more forward, we're being more direct with our imaginations and with our visions. Alright, so we're also gonna create new ways to feel, create new ways to see the whole cycle we've been through. So let's go ahead and start to this quarter in the best way possible, aware of what space or what waves of energy are our spirits going through right now. All right, because we right now, at least when we are awake, when we are in this world together, we are traveling in the same boat, in through bigger waves, bigger than the boat. Okay, so let me introduce you to the reading. If you don't know how this reading works, let me introduce to you. So we have, in reality, we have 13 houses, okay? Because we have the house number 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. All right? And if you are familiar with astrology, you already recognize the 12 houses, the 12 celestial gates, right? Which is the space where the constellations were born out of. Because we are on Leo season, but that only means that the sun is going through the 5th house. And the Leo constellation is the first to rise in the morning, all right? We're not in Leo season, we are in the 5th house, or the sun is, and we follow the sun and we pay attention to the sun, but that's for another astrological video, right? So, and this represents what is your spirit, or where is your spirit, in what space your spirit is, because then this is how your spirit manifests, reflects, acts, separates, and deals with whatever is going on. Okay, so we have your first house, okay, and I call it the unique, original, the you house, because you start on your own space and then you go into a world, into a reality, and then you come back. So you make a you, and a lot of yous here make like a flower, make like petals, all right? I'm asking your imagination to do that. And we're gonna see, because this is a general reading, because you can ask this reading for yourself, a personal reading, so this would be about your own spirit. But right now, we are doing a general reading for this quarter, right? So in this quarter, because it's a general reading as well, we're gonna see how the spirit that we are in, because we are living inside of a bigger space, we are small spaces living in a bigger space, we're gonna see how that space is reacting, because if that space is hot, we're gonna feel hot. If that space is cold, we're gonna feel cold. If that space is empty and with space, you're gonna feel clear. If that space is full of junk, we're gonna feel cluttered and not clear. And then we have our own individual way to go about that. But that's what we're seeing, that's what we're seeking, that's what we're scoping here. How is the spirit that we live in doing, or what is it doing, and how that will become physical via accumulation. All right? So let's get into that. I just had another thing to tell you guys, but I just forgot it. Okay, let's go. True, what each house means, right? If you guys are not familiar with astrology, the first house means, or it's the reflection of your spirit's personal interests, personal insecurities, and personality in general. So your spirit does not have, your spirit is not those things. Your spirit creates those things, okay? So that's one part of one reflection of your spirit's path and doings, right? Then we have the second house, how you value yourself and how you value the world and how you think the world values you. Third house, surroundings, friends, neighborhood, teachers, classmates. Fourth house, your parents, your siblings, people that you let close into your heart, people that you let into your bedroom and bathroom, physically and esoterically speaking. Fifth house, the things that you pay attention to, the things that you like, that those things or those people pay attention to you, the things you entertained, the things that you like to feel entertained by, and your individuality and the expression of your individuality, all right? Also, because you have your individuality and then you have the expression of it. Sixth house, routines, patterns, work, health, organization, and creating a stage for the fifth house to be presented in. Seventh house, relationships, creating new ways to think and communicate, balancing, separating, finding or seeking equilibrium, relating your personality and your personal issues. 8,000 deeper relationships, deeper connections, where you go into deep transformations moments through, you go into deep spiritual realizations, deep fulfillment of your desires, deep security as well. Then you go into the 9th, it's where you express and you can see the lessons, the wisdom and the knowledge of your deep experiences and deep transformations. It's also how you get and how you express your wisdom, knowledge and testimonies of your experiences, of your travels. 10,000, your status, your business, how you deal or how you create business, not just financially, but your business, your life, how you take what you take serious, what you are responsible for. 11,000, your associations, your companies, as in the company that you have, like a corporation, or the company that you have, the people around you, in your surroundings, in your life, that you can do something with. Science, occultism, spirituality, mysticism, numerology, gematria, things that makes us curious and that we can learn and be unique about. 12,000, more in depth, connecting more to your associations, connecting more to your dreams and illusions, seeing the whole perspective, seeing the whole field through one perspective, hidden enemies, hidden lovers, hidden talents that you have, but it's so scattered in your subconscious mind, you haven't still reached it. Okay, so let's see how are we going to reflect, or how is the space that we live in is going to reflect itself in our lives, and then you individually adapt to whatever is going on. All right, so let's go. For the house number 0, for the unique and original house, for the unique and original space of the space where we live in, how is it doing? Where is it going through? How is it reacting to its environment? How is it influencing us? Now that's the other houses, right? How is it, how is the spirit that we live in doing right now? Oh, let's go. Oh, it is fitting what I was just telling you about this quarter. Reverse autumn, reverse princess of cups. So we are creating a new internal way to feel, to process our emotions and feelings, to process the feelings and the energies in our surroundings. But this also means we are creating a new way, right? So we are detaching, or we are not detaching, we are already detached. We are already in a new space. And it's reversed, so we might not see that it's good. We might only focus on the bad things. We might only focus on how lonely and unsafe it feels. But we should focus on how we can create right now a stronger sense of security or emotional comprehension. So the spirit that we live in right now is feeling a bit lonely, is feeling a bit cold, is feeling a bit unsafe, because it's reversed. So it's not understanding the potential, the new possibilities, and the power of this situation. Because let me tell you, the spirit that we live in right now, he's just slightly brighter or slightly wiser than us. And many spirits, especially me and my soul group, we are already wiser than that spirit. We are just creating a bigger form to go into the next life. All right, so we can understand it, and we should / have to help it, because if we help the spirit that we live in expand as well, it means we have more space to expand as well. And then every time you help a spirit in a good way, in aka God's way, it will remember you forever. And anytime you encounter on your next travels, you will have a more harmonious relationship by default. But right now, it's a bit of a time of doubt, a time of emotional insecurity, a time of fear a little bit, a time of reconstruction and realizing you are in a new space right now. The old things don't work anymore, but you can create new things that do work. You just need to reverse this into your favor and stop being a victim, stop being, I feel this way, so I'll not do things today, or doing some negative shit because you feel negative. No, just focus that you are feeling in that way right now because you're empty, so you can create things to fulfill that space. And right now you are creating a new way to do that internally. We are creating a new way to internally process emotions, feelings, dreams, and illusions. Not we, the spirit that we live in, but because we live inside of it, we will experience the creations that the spirit makes out of the space where it's in. And you have to deal with those creations. You have to deal with those angels and demons, with those waters, fires, airs, and earths, with those Adams and Eves. Okay, so let's see how is that new emotional cycle, that detaching, that refreshing, but that feels lonely, dark, and scary. How is that affecting our personal lives, our personal insecurities, our personal interests, and our personality in general? It is Pisces, reversed the moon. So we're gonna be self-reflecting a lot. We're gonna be feeling and thinking and analyzing and processing our personal insecurities, our personal interests, our personal life, our personal perspectives and visions about the world. Because of that might makes us in this specific house doubt ourselves, because it's reversed Pisces. But that you can see, it doesn't matter if it is reversed or not, the image completes itself. So that's exactly the message. Even if you feel weird about yourself, even if you feel lost because you can't connect or you can't relate to your personality, or your personality doesn't fit your environment, or you're going through a weird phase internally right now where you can't relate with yourself, you can't create good imaginations about your personal interests, and so whatnot. Remember that you are seeing the negative. If you are going negatively, you are seeing the negative side, okay? But that's a mirroring of your positive side. And this card just tells you that, right? Reversed or normal, the image is complementary. All right, so we're just reflecting. It's not really real. It's not and you can change that. It's not set on stone. And those feelings towards you will expand your awareness. It will expand how much you can reach internally. All right, so let's go. But that can bring us into visions about ourselves that are not real, visions about people, places, and things in our personal life that are not real, because we are insecure, because we are toxic to ourselves, because we are doubting ourselves. We might start to doubt reality. No, just make sure that you use that process to reflect and improve your personal life, because even in moments of doubt, you can create a strong personality, a strong persona, a strong creation for your spirit to go in and feel excited and happy about your life. Let's go into your second house. How are we going to be valuing ourselves? How are we going to be valuing the world? And how we think the world values us? How the world thinks we value ourselves? How we think the world values our gifts and talents? It is the Six of Cups. So in order to keep your values strong, you should focus on your feelings, emotions, not on external and others' feelings and emotions, and you should claim power and authority over your feelings and emotions, and you make your feelings and emotions pay attention to you. You make them work for you. You make them come together, rub off on each other, and create a light so you can see them and others can see them, and you can attract, keep, or expand your value, because that can bring doubt and insecurity. But as I told you, it is an opportunity for power. It is an opportunity for new creations. So make sure you are taking power and control over your values, over your talents, over your gifts, over your manifestations, and you use them to receive attention, to receive value, to receive profit. All right? So basically, stop thinking for this quarter. Stop thinking how the world values you, and you pay attention to how you value yourself and to how you value the world. And if that doesn't match, how you value the world doesn't match with the experience, you don't pay attention to it. You come back to yourself. All right? Let's go into the third house. How is that going to, how that new space, that Princess of Cups, is going to reflect in our surroundings, in our friends, more distant family, teachers, the woman at the bakery, the man at the butchery. Ooh, fixed earth, Queen of Pentacles. You can receive great physical support or validation or like money or like physical safety, physical structure. Somebody helps you out in a process, in a way to get something, because everybody, third house is the surroundings, is your physical surroundings, your town, your location. So everybody is feeling this. Okay, so everybody is creating a new, stronger, sufficient way to deal with themselves and the world internally. So if everybody is doing that, you doing that. And if you doing that and I'm doing that, I can teach you how I did it, you can teach me how you did it, and we can both feel stronger because we are going through that process together, and you know that, I know that, and we know that if we are fixed in our values, okay, fixed earth, if you are fixed in our practicalization, and if we are strong and trust our sense of reality and business and profit, internally speaking in this case, all right, and you can share, because Taurus, fixed earth, is ruled by Venus. If we can relate that with each other, coming from a real, spiritual, new, powerful space, you can benefit from each other, and both of you, or just you, because they might not be interested in that, but it's still working for you, because you are fixing your values. So if they want to be around you, they must obey and pay the fees, pay the values, esoterically speaking. Okay, so in your surroundings, everybody's feeling that new way. So if you can relate, if you stay your values strong, it works like a filter. You only attract people that are doing that in the best way for themselves as well. So you can receive great physical support because they are in a better state. They have a stronger, a new and fresher way to deal with the world and themselves internally, so they can support you because they did the work. And because you did the work as well, internally speaking, you can accept and you can see the value in your surroundings. That's the key. Let's go. Fourth house. Just keep in mind to have a strong sense of your values and don't let anything out of your values that exists in your surroundings to make deep contact with you. Don't let them support you. You don't need people that are not, you don't need people that didn't reverse this card to be supporting you. And you need people that did reverse this card and they saw the gems in the darkness. You need them to support you. Not need, but you know what I'm saying. Let's go into the fourth house. Privacy, comfort, close family, closed loved ones, closed relationships. How is the space that we live right now influencing that part of our lives? Reversed Nine of Pentacles. Why? Because that is meaning separation, newness. New emotions means new relationships or new ways to enjoy and live your relationships. So your personal life is changing right now, or how you feel about your closed ones and your family is changing right now. And that might feel weird. That might feel unsafe. That might feel you are alone. That might feel like nobody likes you. That might feel you have nobody to speak with. That might feel everybody changing around you, so you have no safety. But there is Nine of Pentacles. There is the opportunity to elevate your sense of security, your sense of stability, how much money you make, or how well you spend your money, but it's reversed. So you are not seeing clearly these opportunities to elevate your physical status because you are lost, or you might be lost in worrying or being afraid because your close emotional life is changing and you are scared instead of exciting, because it can lead you to higher, more stable, more supportive physical situations. So you are crying because you lost the old, and you are not focusing and being brave because you can get this new, better situation. So you should reverse this. You should use your uniqueness and your moon and your individuality to change this into your favor, so you can see the opportunities to raise your physical status in your close personal life. Let's go into the 5th house. How you express yourself, how you want others to see that you express yourself, the things that you pay attention to, all right? The things that you like, the things and people that you like that pay attention to you. Queen of Cups, fixed water, all right? This means that you can receive great emotional support, okay? Like really strong, really fixed, really intense, okay? If you did that or are doing that, right, in a way that when you express yourself, you feel and you sound sturdy, strong, and confident in yourself, because you reverse this. You, instead of you crying for the lost, like in here, you are creating a new, better, and stronger way to deal with the world and yourself internally. And if that doesn't relate with fixed water, I don't know what it is. Fixed water, being fixed on your emotions, feelings, desires, connections, and sense of internal security. And we're just creating a new one. So if you create a strong one internally, when you express yourself, 5th house, others can feel that. Others can feel you are stronger emotionally, so they want to pay attention to you, because everybody's doing that. So if you show that you are strong, where everybody's feeling kind of weak, others will want to pay attention to you, others will want to follow you, and others will want to entertain you. But make sure you are receiving that fixed support, make sure you are receiving that emotional support from individuals that can really support you, from individuals that bring good waters into your space. If they bring toxic waters, you don't want them, okay? And you should be fixed on your feelings. You shouldn't let people coming in your life trying to support you change your feelings. And if they're too mutable, if they're too changeable, or if they're too cardinal, if they're too initiative, if they want you to feel in a certain way, no, you should not let them participate very much with you. But if they have their own space, and you have your own space, emotionally speaking, and you can share spaces without pushing off or about changing or about perturbing others too much, because you both unique and individual, internally speaking, you can keep yourselves strong and focused on your real emotional path and purpose. Because if they are too changeable or too initiative, they will connect with you and then they will change you, or they will change themselves and they will stop seeing how strong you were during this process, because now they feel like they are a part of your business and they helped you do that. They helped you create that strong sense of security, but they didn't. They're just using it. They just feel strong because they are with you, and they should already feel strong before they join you, but now they feel stronger as well. Things in those lines, you know. Let's go into the 6th house. So new emotional processes, new emotional spaces, and our routines, works. Let's go. Ooh, 2 cards. Hold on. Okay. Ooh, 5 of Pentacles and 7 of Pentacles. So we have 2 paths here. We have people that will stay connected and attached to a routine, to a pattern, to a sense of physical security, to a structure, to a system. And we have people or spirits that they will detach, they will separate, they will refresh, and they will rest, physically speaking. Okay, so one path is staying attached, the other path is separating. Okay, because if you stay attached, we all still changing, so it can refresh. But that change might be, or you changed so much, or you just changed, and where you were attached to, where you were connected to, it doesn't work anymore. It is suppressing you, it is bothering you, and you will separate from that work, from that routine, or from that pattern. Or you keep attached to the same routine, to the same pattern, but you change how you feel, or you change how you do it. All right, but it's all about change. Let's go. Let's go into the 7th house. Okay, relationships, relating your personal interests, relating your status, relating your private life. With this new emotional cycle, the start of a new emotional process, the start of separation, so we can create something new, the start of cleaning our space, so we can fulfill it with something new that is more adequate for the waters that we are traveling right now. And it is reversed Seven of Swords. Okay, so you might be too acid with your tongue, words and ideas. You might be too incisive, too cutting the edges, too sharp, okay? Or you are separating from the right things but in the wrong way, via wrong words, via wrong ideas, or you are separating from the wrong people, so you are doing the right thing, you are separating, but the ideas on your mind or the people that you're actually doing with, the people that you're actually having conversations about, is the wrong people, okay? This is giving me a feeling of confusion, a feeling of uncertainty, a feeling of mistakes, committing mistakes, all right? Because it is directly connected with the Pisces, with that first house, with emotions and feelings, and then on the seventh house we have logic, we have thoughts, ideas, and ways to speak, ways to make sense, ways to explain stuff. So you might be separating, you might be using your words and your mind to separate from an emotion or from a relationship, but you are confused. That's, you know what I'm saying? So you might be doing the right thing, which is separating, but you might separating from the wrong people, from the wrong dreams, or from the wrong feelings, okay? Let's go into the 8th house. Deep relationships, deep experiences, deep desires, deep travels. On this new, let's go. This is a flip, okay? So talking too much, sharing too much, your deep travels, your deep desires, and your deep emotions and feelings will not be good for you. Talking too much, sharing too much, or listening too much, thinking too much, analyzing too much can perturb, can bring turbulence to your travels in the deepest parts of your life. All right? So just be more private, trust more your spirit, because the spirit works in mysterious ways. Don't share too much, and don't listen too much to others' private stories, because they might not know what's going on their own internal life, okay? Let's go. What do we have here? Reversed Nine of Cups. So you have an opportunity to deeply raise and elevate your emotional power, your emotional awareness, your emotional security, how you attract and manifest things in reality via your internal world, via your emotions and feelings. But because of what is happening around us, spiritually speaking, you might feel that your privacy is compromised, you might feel you can't go as deep, or you might feel you're going too deep, you might feel it's going too dark, but no, this is actually kind of light, but it's reversed, okay? That's why we have a lot of reversed cards, because the space we are in right now, it's not really understanding what's going on. So we that are inside of it might not be understanding what's going on as well. So, and it's also relating with the other water house, which is the 4th house, which is we have reversed nines. We have the opportunity to elevate, to expand, but it's reversed. So we are not understanding, we are not realizing that in our internal realm, in our deepest physical life, and in our deepest emotional life, we have opportunities, we have ways, we have gems that can elevate how we experience life. But because the spirit we are in is misunderstanding this new emotional process, because this is cups. Cups means water. And 4th house is the house where Cancer, cardinal water, was born out of. And the 8th house, it's the space where the constellation that we call Scorpio was born out of. And Cancer is cardinal water, Scorpio is fixed water, and this is Nine of Cups. So the misunderstanding or the insecurity or the fear or the unclarity, the uncertainty is coming from our internal space, from our connections, from our relationships, from our feelings towards ourselves, how and what we feel connected to. But that misunderstanding is just because we are going into a new space. So we see like, whoa, what type of trees is this? What type of animals is that? What are those gems? Are they valuable? What they do? But there is a lot of opportunities, okay? There is a lot of ways to ascend and to feel and be lighter and wiser. There is a lot of support right now. There is a lot of attention to yourself. It's just right now when it comes to relating your personal life or when it comes to your personal insecurities, it's kind of flunk. But it's normal because we are going through flunked outness, but that will lead us into stronger emotional spaces. That's exactly or infinitely what's going on in the 8th house here. Okay? You have a way to raise, to elevate your emotional power, awareness, and security, but you're not seeing that. Because we are in a new space, you are afraid or you think you can't go as deep. You can't go and feel as connected. You can't experience as much, but you can. You just need to adapt and go deep in this new space. Alright? And I forgot to mention in the start of the reading here that the moon, because we are talking about this moon quarter, right? So the moon is in Pisces right now. It will change into Aries later on today on my geographical location. Then it will be a little bit of today, Moon Day, and Tuesday, and Mars Day. It will be in Aries. Then it will go into Taurus on the Tuesday, maybe Wednesday and Thursday. Then it will go into Gemini, maybe on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. So we have mutable water right now, then cardinal fire, then fixed earth, and then mutable air. That's what our internal world will be going through. That's what we will be feeling. That's what we'll be needing to do or to feel in order to be safe, comfortable, enjoy your life, and manifest what we really want. Okay? So that is all reflected in this reading as well. Let's go into the ninth house, wisdom, how you get and how you express wisdom and knowledge, how you express your internal travels, how you create allegories, stories, and how you associate your imaginations, visions, and spiritual goals and perspectives. So the card fell down like this, so it's a bit more subconscious. You need to be more emotionally aware, which is this reading is, or the highlight of this reading, it is water, it is subconscious. Guys, no way. Reversed Nine of Wands. So once again, we have a way to expand, to elevate, reversed. We have so far 3 nines reversed, right? So there is so much opportunities to raise, to elevate how we feel, how we do stuff, how we see stuff, but we're just a bit confused because of this new emotional process, because of this new world we're going into, because of this new way to structure our emotions and feelings. We might not be realizing the opportunities that are in front of us. And this is actually a very relatable, a very easy to understand confusion, this specific one, the Nine of Wands, because it is on the 9th house, and on that house, 9th house, Nine of Wands, right? On that house, the Sagittarius constellation was born out of that house, and that is mutable fire, and Wands represents fire as well. How you can create light, how you can create an image so other people can pay attention to that, and how you can receive other people's lights and you create your own light using those lights. That's all magic, all right? So we have a way to elevate how others see us spiritually. We can elevate how we share our stories, our feelings, our visions, and our spiritual purposes, but we are a bit confused because internally we still don't feel safe. we still don't feel structured, we still don't feel emotionally capable to do this, but we are. We already are. We're just not understanding because of that reversed emotional process. We have the power to raise how we share our visions, how we share our spirituality, and how we make others come around us like we are a fireplace and others come to warm them up. You know? But we have that power, we're just not understanding it, we're not seeing it clearly. Maybe you are aware of it spiritually, but you don't know how to do it physically, but you know, you just need to either complete or improve this emotional process. Okay, let's go into the 10th house. Oh, actually, fun fact, while I was talking with the Nine of Wands, and I was like doing this, I hit the deck and the Lovers came out. And I just realized that the Lovers is Gemini. The Lovers is the opposition to that house. Okay? So that specific confusion, misunderstanding, not seeing our power, not seeing the gems that we have, when it comes to share your individuality, creativity, imagination, and spirituality, is because you're trying to be too relatable, you're trying to be too logical, you're trying to make sense, you're trying to respect limits and boundaries, you're trying to adapt to how others think instead of just expressing yourself. Because the Lovers and love itself, it's a very, very misunderstanding topic. Because love has nothing to do with emotions. Love has nothing to do with spirituality. Love is like you guys have a contract. You guys feel attracted, but you are not attracted. You just agree to share space, to share time. You agree to not share with others. Okay? And that's good. I'm not criticizing it. I'm just saying that we think love is emotional, but it's not. We think love is spiritual, but it's not. We think love is the best thing we can do, but it's not. We think love will save the world, but it's not. It's actually logical. It's just you take your spirit and you make it in a shape and form so others can relate to it and give that attention to it. That's not spiritual. You're already making your spirit into something that's already something. That's already a part of the world. That's already a thing. And that's why it opposes Sage. That's why it's making us confused, because we have this dream, we have this imagination, and you want so much to relate it to others, you want so much others to understand it, that you might lose that vision, you might lose that fire, because you put so much air into it, you blow it out. Or you might think you can't do it in a certain way because these people thinks that, and that, but you can just do it and it will be alright. Okay? Fuck love in this specific circumstance of reversed Nine of Wands on our 9th houses. Let's go into the 10th house. Oh, that was a powerful one. It was a powerful one. Let's go. 10th house. Creating new status, creating new limits, creating new boundaries, creating new routines, creating new patterns, creating new businesses, creating new infrastructures. We have two reverse, we have two flips. Not want to talk about it. Two flips is too much fillers, too much side quests. I want to go to the main quest. Let's go. Main quest. A bit of scatteredness, but I think that was on me. I was focusing on a flung out space. Let's go. Focus on the reading over here. Another flip. No thank you. We went to direct story. More scatteredness. Oh, that's why now that wasn't on me, but there is so many flips on our 10th houses that is creating scatteredness. Let's go, let's go. Oh, we have another flip over here. Or just my imagination. No, it was just my imagination. Sorry, guys. Whoa, this 10th house, it's kind of weird. Oh, we got it. Oh, reversed Earth. Reversed 10 of Pentacles. So, we are focusing too much on reality, on limits, on boundaries, on responsibilities. That's why so many flips were coming out on the deck. And I even imagined the flip. So we have the ability to feel so suppressed, to feel so like we can't achieve our goals financially or career wise, or we can't look stable, or we are not stable, but you are. You creating so many flips, you paying attention to the wrong things, or you're paying too much attention to things around you on your physical life that you are even creating problems. Because there is problems around you that you don't need to pay attention to. You don't need to be responsible for them. You don't need to solve those problems. And you might be paying so much attention to those little problems that have nothing to do with you and the growth and the expansion of your business, right? That you might even start to create problems in your own business. Be aware of that. Whoa, and while I was shuffling the deck, I was going through that. God damn, fuck that shit. Let's go 11th house, where Aquarius was born out of. Let's go, and we have 4 of Swords. It's really fuck that shit. You make sense, you make a clear mind, you make a light but structured mind like a sword. Swords are not very heavy, but they can cut through really well, right? So 4 of Swords, this means we are making sense, we are creating structure, we are thinking, communicating and organizing this new emotional process in a unique way, in a way that is connected with reality, in a way that it can change the world, it helps ourselves, and it can help others. We can create an association of unique people that went through emotional transformation and created a new, better way to be emotional and to be connected with themselves in the world. And we can logically explain, we can point examples in the world and in our minds why it's the best way to be yourself, why and how does that benefit us, and we want to share that with the world. Because remember, Aquarius not always but many times has that humanitarian nature where we just want to help others and we feel pride for that. That's kind of ego-like. For an Aquarius, sometimes helping others or expanding the world can be ego-like. And sometimes you just have to be like a Leo. Aquarius asks, just express yourself and fuck if you change the world. Fuck if you being rebel. Fuck if you being new or unique. Just expressing yourself, it's already winning. But right now, we are doing that in a more logical, organized and structured way. Still being light, still having the possibility to be fun, still being expansive and steering us into a new direction, because the 4 of Pentacles, which is the 4 earth element, is more fixating, is more stable, it's more staying in the same place, making this thing stronger, while the 4 of Swords is more expandable and more traveling and more going into new spaces whilst remaining a sturdy shape and form. And let's go for the last house of today, which is the 12th house, and let's go Princess of Swords, Winter. So spiritually, like I said in the beginning, we might feel alone, we might feel separated, we might feel we can't connect with others, we might feel we have no things to connect because our space is getting empty right now. You don't want to invite the family to hit on your house and you serving them dishes from last week. You're serving them rotten apples. So you're not inviting anybody to your house while you don't have good as fruits and meats and fish and wines and juices, right? So right now, spiritually, and when it comes about love, about having excitement, being dreamy, being satisfied, feeling connected with the universe, feeling the love, it's not going to happen. It's going to be winter. It's going to be cold. It's a time of detachment, a time of separation, and you do that because it's the Princess of Swords. So we are finding a new internal way to to make sense, to tell others what makes sense, to tell others how is the best way to stay light and above water, and to tell yourself, so others might want to come into your space all lovey, all lighty, all sugary, and be like, hey, it's not time to be doing that. It's time to be focusing, it's time to be thinking, it's time to be communicating the new emotional process that we are going through and that we are kind of misunderstanding right now. It's not all love and light. Fuck that shit. I want darkness. I want cold. I want to hate you and hate the fucked up part of myself. That's what we're going through right now. Let's go. But it has a crow over there, and the crow always means wisdom, being smart, being wise. Even if you feel little, even if your spirit feels trapped in a smaller body, okay, the crow in comparison to the human, you're still smart, you're still wise. That's why the crows are many times the Odin's, aka Jupiter, Odin's bird, because they represent the ability to expand, go from a little awareness to a bigger awareness real fast in the same lifetime. You don't need to change your physical body, you can change your mental body. And let's see how can we do all of that in the best way possible, or where is or what is the pot of gold in the end of the rainbow. The higher purpose behind all of this. Because that's what we're doing, but why or how we're doing it, or the spirit that we live in is doing it. Why and how, or what is the purpose, or what is the reason, what is the environment. We got one central card, and we got some cards that kind of revolve around it. We're gonna focus. We're not going to explore the ramifications and the details, but keep in mind that the card that we have, I'm going to show you, but first it has to do, oh no, it's too much. It's too much. It has to do with thinking and communicating in a clear, individual way, balancing your thoughts and emotions, so you can show your dreams in an inspiring, teaching and expanding way. And all of that focuses, all of that alchemizes, all of that fuses into the gold and silver violet flame dragon. So this means that the purpose of this is huge transformation, huge transmutation, breaking generational curses, breaking old habits, old cycles of self-toxicity or toxicity towards the world, healing, transforming, metamorphosis, realizing that you always had the power for that, realizing that you can change your situation right now if you start with your spirit, then the mind, then the emotions, then the physical body. Okay? Transmutes the gold and silver violet flame dragon, transmutes the old around you with wisdom and grace, because God doesn't like ugly. All possibilities doesn't like ugly, because if there is all possibilities and you can do that in a more sophisticated, or aka in a way that you prefer, you can and you should and you have to do it, because if anything is possible, you better do it in your own best way. All right, it's time for transmutation, magic and healing. Offer service under grace. So transmutation, magic and healing, it's all the same thing. It's all you taking one thing and transforming it into other, but it's through different processes, and this dragon represents that. And we have a lot of processes going here, a lot of misunderstandings that we need to transmute and change, because gold means expression, masculine, creativity, and showing off. Silver means receiving, being more cool. Gold means being the shit, being hot, being famous. Silver means being more cool, more attracted, more smart. It's more using the gold. It's more feeling secure and safe, feeling smart without needing to show that to others. And then violet flame. Violet means, violet means a huge comprehension or a comprehension of many things, but in a lighter space. Because when we enter in this realm, we enter through the root chakra, aka red, and we live through the crown chakra, aka pink. So that means that our mission in this world is to experience the heavy desires that we got attracted here in a lighter, better, sophisticated, prettier way. And violet is a lighter purple. So purple means you understanding all of your chakras. And violet means you now give a lighter space, you give more charge, you make that thing travel faster and smoother through your awareness and through space. So you are transforming you, because that's what flame means: movement, change, okay, inspiration, transformation, expansion. So you are doing a huge transformation about how you internally and externally be in all realms in a lighter way, or to achieve a lighter, more expanded and wide and wiser space. But now let's take this and overlay on this, okay? So we have to transmute and transform a lot of personal insecurities, okay? A lot of flunked out ways to communicate that. And we have a lot of gifts that we are misunderstanding. We have a lot of ways to raise up, but because we like doubting ourselves, we are attached to, yeah, and we have a lot of sevens. 7 here, 7 there. There was a 7 over, no, it was just 2 sevens. 2 sevens? Yes, but it's okay. 2 sevens, which is separation. But then we have the princesses, which means a new internal process, right? And we have elevation, which means going from one space, a lower, more focused, less wise space to a wiser space. So we have the opportunity to raise up, but we are still attached to an old space. We might still attach to an old way to see ourselves and to see the world. And it's time to transmute. It's time to transform that. It's time to transform how you express yourself. It's time to transform how you internally do things. And it's exactly showing that. Okay? And it's all beneficial. It's all beneficial. It's all profitable. So you can be lighter, stronger, and more aware of yourself and the things around you. So you can create better things. All right? So, let's go, guys. It is the end of today's reading. I hope you guys enjoyed this reading a bunch. I did enjoy. We are a whole hour in. Bro, thank you very much for watching. I love to do these readings, and you can have a personal reading like this just for yourself. Okay? So, feel free to ask me any questions. Feel free to ask me to go in depth into any card in any house in this reading on the comments down below, or by using the email in the description down below. Remember to ask a service for yourself, mine or from my beautiful partner. Remember to check the links in the description down below. Remember to support this channel, support me, support yourself, and remember to love yourself. Remember to be open to all possibilities, and to always try to be yourself no matter what, because the best way to be is to be yourself. Till the next time, EsotericCloudSurfer, surfing out in style. See you soon.